Hey guys, I am going to just do a quick little Inktober drawing today. I've been doing things in my sketchbook here. This is a Stillman and Byrne Zeta series sketchbook. What I'm working on today is day 10, and that is Crabby or Crabapple. So I'm going to do a Crabapple crab. I'm using a Uniball Signo 28 RT1 pen. The body is going to be a crabapple, of course. So crabapples are just small, round apples. So just a cute little round apple. I think that up here, now I've not drawn this yet. I'm figuring it out as I go along. This is what I do when I'm doing Inktober. I know what a crabapple looks like because it just looks like a little apple. It's sort of a squishy circle. They don't have to be perfect. Up here at the top where the stem would come out, I'll just have a double stem. So I'm going to do a double stem. I don't know. Look like butterfly antennas. Could be an apple butterfly, but a crabby butterfly? No. But I'm just going to work on that. I'm doing, actually kind of getting my little apple in shape already. So we're going to say that the stems became the eye stalks for this little crab. Now I do need to go find a picture of like a little crab. Got that picture of a crab. I'm pretty confident here that I can make something. I can make something. So he's going to have his one side is going to have that little crabby arm coming that way. The other one, his little crabby arm this way. Then he's got crabby legs. You know, nothing too hard here, guys. This is sketchy. This is just fun. This is figuring out a character. You know, I'm enjoying this process. I don't usually do character drawings. Making something have, you know, a different character. Let's see here. So this is a little crab apple. So he's going to be colored like an apple. This little bit of his body's coming forward. His little triangle leg bits up on his little stilts. What do we want him standing on? I think I want him standing. We're going to say that he's on like a chocolate bar or something, maybe? The chocolate bar is going to come off at an angle. There's like the paper wrapper. This is all on the fly. I don't really know what I'm doing, just having fun. I say it's Halloween, so he's got a chocolate wrapper, candy bar wrapper. That's fun. You know, I'm trying to loosen up. I'm trying to let my imagination play a little bit. I'm trying to just give myself permission to explore and not feel like everything has to be perfect every time I do it. When I posted my little chick last time, that one, on Instagram and Facebook, that's exactly what I was talking about. Was it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to have you know, that totally Instagram perfect quality to it. People will be impressed just because you're doing it, you know. And really, I'm not doing it to impress. I'm doing it to grow. Let's see. I want to make sure that I get that. I'm not doing this to impress anybody. I'm doing it to grow skills. I'm doing it to grow my imagination. And, you know, there. I mean, that really, I could stop there. I could say, I'm done. But it doesn't really look like an apple yet. Just because it's Inktober doesn't mean that everything has to be ink all the time. You can draw in pencil. You can, you know, color with watercolor, whatever you want to do. But I am going to use my Inktense pencils just because that's what I want to use. And I'm going to leave that white margin. I like how the background with that margin just really helps it pop. So I'm going to do those areas. I'm just using that cheap my no-name alcohol pen, alcohol marker, brush marker. It is nice and juicy. Take it right up to the edge of that black. This is just coloring in. This is the way I do my little sketches, my little drawings. I talk to myself about it. So, you know, don't worry about it if you're talking to yourself. The crab apples that I have growing, here, let me go grab a crab apple. Aren't these the cutest little things? These are real apples. They're a crab apple. Tiny little guy. If you cut it open, it looks just like an apple on the inside. They are tart. These are not sweet. I mean, there's dew on the leaves. I just ran outside and grabbed this off my little tree. So that's what I'm going to look at here for coloring in. Sherbet lemons. I'm going to put some of that in here. Basically, I'm just going to give it a good coat of that. These are Inktense pencils. They will move like watercolor. They will become permanent when they stop. They'll become permanent when they are dry, after they've been wet. I'm going to grab poppy red. Yeah, poppy looks good. That kind of works. And I'm not putting it on heavy. I'm not coloring in hard. I don't want to turn this into a red apple. I think I'll take some of that red over onto the legs and the front claw, and then I'll take the sherbet lemon again out on the ends. I think that'll work. And yeah, this looks like a really icky, terrible job of coloring, but just hold on for a second. Stick with me. Stick with me, because what happens when you put water on Inktense? Oh my gosh. And now the reason why I'm coloring him in first is I want the colors sort of settled down on this little guy. Now I am doing this first thing in the morning. I have not had my coffee yet, but you know, sometimes you just have to get up and get to work and not even have your coffee. My coffee's waiting for me, so I'm doing this. I'm going to have my coffee, and I'm actually doing this, and I'm going to get it edited and published on the 10th. So wish me luck, guys. This is I'm being ambitious right now. It's almost like doing a live stream, because I'm going to try and do this with very minimal editing. And this was a spur of the moment idea. So I want, you know, I want to know, do you like these kind of spur of the moment, more or less scripted? Actually, I never script. You get me the way you get me. And the Stillman and Burn Zeta sketchbook is working really well. I like the kind of mixed media cardstocky quality of the paper. All right. While it's still wet, I'm going to go and put a few little dots. Look at that. And maybe even a little bit of a green, slight greenish cast down here. Maybe out on the tips. There we go. Right now what I need to do is go ahead and get some of the chocolate bar. So kind of like that crunch bar. It's got some. So I started drawing while the other screen was up. So kind of like the crunch bar where it had the word sort of scrunched in. Do it kind of on the crunched, but it's going to be crab, and you're not going to really see all of that, so it's just C R I'm not a lettering person. A. I just want I want to be able to feel like if there's letters covered up, you know that it's still spelling crab. Or crabby. Ooh, let's see if I can get a Y in there. Yeah, that worked. That's good enough. Let's be silly. Let's just have fun. So I'm going to grab my pencils again and get this colored in real quick. I think that you get the idea of what I'm doing, so I'm just going to fast forward this little bit here because I want to just get it done. Going to go ahead and just start using this water brush to soften that ink up. If I go outside of the lines, it's okay. Remember, I am working on letting myself enjoy the process. And if the product turns out cool, that's awesome. If it doesn't, that's awesome. Because you know what? This is a process. I am learning. I'm exploring. I'm experimenting. Getting more exposure, experience, more experience, getting more experience with these materials, with becoming more comfortable and confident when I am designing a little character. Character design, I mean, there's people go to school for character design, and you know, to come up with something this quickly really actually kind of surprised me, that I actually came up with something pretty fast. My idea worked out. Now the magic of this stuff, look at that. Boom. How intense the color gets. The reason why it's called Inktense. I like how it reacts on this paper. I'm really enjoying this sketchbook. I bought it. It's not sponsored or anything. Okay, that's charcoal gray. I'm just going to put just a tiny touch of this Inktense charcoal gray underneath of him. It's kind of magical lighting. I don't know exactly where the light is. I'm not worried about it. I've got a white pencil and a white pen. Let's dry. A little bit of white pencil, sort of. It's kind of giving that waxy effect, like the wax on the apple. The underside of him actually needs to be darker. Maybe I'll take an orangey color. Just make it a warmer, shadowy. And then a little bit of a browny color. Where's that brown? I like that. If you don't get the Inktense wet, it can reactivate at weird times. But sometimes I like to put it down and not get it wet. I'm just putting it in to my shadowy bits here. Not wet. And this is the Baked Earth. This pen is the Signo Uniball. Come on. There we go. I just wanted a little speckle. Get some texture on the underside of him. Maybe a little bit on his legs. There we go. There we go. That makes me happy. And I'm putting some few little highlighty bits randomly on the packaging. There we go. All right. That is Inktober day 10. Crabapple. There we go. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. Leave a comment. I want to hear what you think. And are you doing Inktober? Share your stuff. Tag me at Deliberately Creative. I want to see what you're doing. And yeah, have fun, guys. Remember to go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. See you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.